back to our tooltip, where Dean and I show you how to build this versatile storage chest out of pine framing and match lining using these simple hand tools.
Okay.
I'll just square the end of that one off.
We start by squaring off the end of the 70 by 19mm pine framing and cutting it to length. The miter saw is perfect for this and ensures clean, straight cuts. We then do the same with the 42 by 19mm framing and cut to length.
Good. Okay, great. Well, that's all of the framing cut. Now we're going to cut the match lining. We'll square off the end first.
Our blade's binding a little bit, so I'm just going to whack a little bit of candle wax down the side of the blade there.
Once this is done, we cut the match lining to length, which we use for the sides, top and base of our chest. Pine match lining is readily available from most hardware stores and is quite cheap.
Okay, that's the last of the match lining. Now we're going to pre-drill the end of the long frames, that's the long outer frames, ready for assembly. Have you got the drill there, Dean?
I have.
We pre-drill and countersink all the frame material and then assemble using chipboard screws. Countersinking the frame helps to stop the pine splitting when we screw it together.
Close to the edge.
Rightio. Okay. Well, look, Dean, if you want to clear those, I'll get the match lining. We're going to trim some edge off the match lining ready for the bull nose. Okay?
Okay.
A good way to trim the tongue of the match lining is by slipping it into the groove of another piece. It helps guide the trimming knife. It then snaps easily and we can sand back. We then assemble the tongue and groove ends and sides, tapping into position with a wooden block to protect the edge of the match lining. We then fit into position using the base frame to hold it in place.
So that's the outer bottom frame. We'll now put the inner frame in, which is a smaller one, and that'll actually sandwich the match lining into position. Then we repeat it on the top. You right, Dean?
I am.
The inner frame should be a nice snug fit and hold the sides firmly. We then install the base and gently tap the upper frame into position.
All right, that's pretty good. Now, we take the frame from the top and stick it on there just to make sure that it fits snugly over the lip, which it does, it did, but it could do maybe just a little sanding around the edge there just to free it up a bit.
A light sanding is all it takes to ensure a really good fit. We then glue and nail the 19 by 19mm frame into position for additional strength on the top match lining. And remember to clean off excess glue.
Now we fit the lid to the box and we raise the outer frame up to meet the lid so that it all fits nice and flush and sits square. That's it, beautiful.
This is a really simple way to make sure the upper frame fits well.
Okay, now that we know the position of the top frame, it's going to match where the lid fits. We can then fix it in position by putting a nail right through the inner frame into the outer frame, and then we'll turn it over and do the same behind on the base.
Yep.
We panel pin and sandwich all the match lining into position and fix a handle to each end.
That's
Go now?
Yeah.
We then cut and glue the corner mouldings on. Tape holds them in place, and once the glue is dry, we can remove it. We then centre punch the nail holes and add some water-based stain to the filler before filling the nail and screw holes. A quick sand and we apply the water-based wood stain. A little water on the brush helps the stain flow easily. We then use a cloth to even out the stain and wipe off the excess.
Now we've fitted the rope handles at either end, given it a coat of clear satin finish, and there we go. Bob's your uncle.
Looks like something out of the box.